What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude. In this short video, let's talk about a big credit card problem, which is so far a hidden disaster, but eventually, if it reaches the point of a chain reaction, this might cause several big banks, or at least medium-sized banks, to collapse. So long story short, the topic which we'll be talking about is the credit card debt and the delinquencies and people not being able to pay their credit card bills. According to this graph which I found recently, as you can see, all kinds of delinquencies, whether these are 30, 60 or 90-day delinquencies, they are right now at the biggest levels since 2012 at least, because this is as far as this graph goes. So long story short, what I'm trying to say here, people cannot make their credit card payments as much as in the last decade. Simply, people cannot keep up with these payments. A total of approximately 8% of people were not able to make credit card payments on time, which is basically like what every 12th person you see on the street is the one who cannot make credit card payments. Even maybe there are some people like this among your friends. This is a pretty big disaster, because one of the biggest ways the banks make money is obviously from issuing those credit cards. Whenever people make credit card payments not on time but they still make them, they charge them the interest. This is one of the biggest way to make money, obviously. And another way is to charge late payment fees, which are not that hurtful, which are not that impactful for the bank's balance sheets, but, well, obviously it does ruin the credit score of a person. But once again, the biggest way to make money is by collecting those credit card payments, because you know these rates can be ridiculously high, somewhere around 20%. And so, what happens whenever banks can no longer collect their payments? Well, they do not receive money. The people borrowed money, they're not returning them, and, well, banks can try to collect the debt, but I mean, if a person simply cannot make these payments, where will the person get this money? Yes, the bank can foreclose a house, get the car out away from the person, force other payments or anything like this, but still, simply there are people who can simply not make payments at all. And eventually, if the situation does reach a breaking point, which basically means that more and more people will not be able to keep up with their credit card payments, if they have to declare themselves personal bankruptcies, well, unfortunately, banks will not be able to collect this money, but still, they would want to get their money from other people, which in return will most likely means that they will need to increase credit card rates on existing customers. And those people who barely can keep up with making interest payments as it is right now, even a slight increase in couple percentages can make these people, on the other hand, not being able to keep up with the interest payments as well. As you can see, this can become a chain reaction of events, more and more people getting bankrupt, which basically means credit card rates are going higher, which means that more and more people are getting bankrupt. And while major big financial institutions, the top 5 US banks, they will most likely survive this disaster, well, eventually, because governments will bail them out, that's not a problem, they did it countless times in the past. What stops them from doing it once again? But here I'm talking about more smaller, medium-sized banks. For them, this could be literally a death sentence. For this reason, guys, if you are a client of a small regional bank, like, there is a FDIC protection, FDIC insurance up to $250,000. In case bank does go bankrupt, you can still claim up to $250,000. Still, please make sure to know if this applies to your bank as well, because in case if credit card payments are not being collected by the banks, then it can be a chain reaction that the bank might foreclose. And if you do have a substantial amounts of money in these banks, especially under one account, unfortunately, you might end up losing the money. So please, better be safe than sorry. Please know if your bank is FDIC insured, and hopefully everything will be good. But yeah, that's the situation I wanted to talk about today. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and see you tomorrow.